Hello there, Star Wars fans, and welcome back to another RebelScum.com video review. And today we're taking a look at the Micro Galaxy Squadron Imperial Troop Transport. Now, I know a lot of people got excited about this vehicle, as this vehicle did make its very first live-action debut in The Mandalorian. However, if you take a closer look, this is not that Imperial Troop Transport. If you take a closer look, you'll notice, look at the angular design of the front of this vehicle. This is not the Imperial Troop Transport from The Mandalorian, but rather from Star Wars Rebels. This is so cool. So on the back, you have some awesome blueprint images of the Imperial Troop Transport right there, some of the features of it, all that good stuff. And there it is on the front. Yeah, this is not the one from The Mandalorian, guys. This is the one from Rebels. The Mandalorian Imperial Troop Transport is much more closer in design to the original Kenner vintage toy. This one is a lot more angular, a lot more polygon-esque, if you will. And it's a very cool design, and as awesome and as exciting as it was to see this make the leap to Micro Galaxy scale, it's also really cool that they started with the Rebels one, which is actually the first time this vehicle debuted in Star Wars canon officially on screen. So I'm really glad they started with the first one. I mean, I can't wait to see the Mandalorian version, and I also can't wait to see the one from Season 2 of The Mandalorian with the awesome big turret guns in the back. But I'm really happy they started with this one first. This is very cool. Anyway, that's pretty much it for the packaging. And here is the troop transport out of the packaging, and it looks so awesome. Very screen accurate to how it appeared in Rebels, but also they made that leap between animation and live action stylization, because this is the first time we've actually seen it in live action stylization off of the Rebels screen. Yes, we got a vehicle in 3 3/4 scale based off of how it looked in animation in Rebels, but other than that, we haven't gotten a model, a nice, again, live action stylized model based off of the version of the Imperial Troop Transport we saw in Star Wars Rebels. So seeing it like this is very, very cool. Now, just like the one in The Mandalorian, you've got the front section of the troop transport right there. You've got a couple of pilot seats. You got a little area there where you can have other passengers, officers, whatever. The back section also opens up. You got a couple of seats in there where you can sit down some of your Micro Galaxy troopers as they guard prisoners. And all 6 of the bay doors do open up on the side for both Imperial troopers to stand or prisoners of the Empire to ride. You also have rolling wheels on the bottom. I love the rolling wheels. They're cast in a nice translucent plastic to give that illusion of this vehicle hovering, because it hovers via repulsor lift, not on wheels. It doesn't actually roll on wheels. The back section looks very good, nice and screen accurate. It'd be cool if it opened up also, but honestly, it's not a big deal that it doesn't. The upper turret does rotate. The guns do articulate forward and back, which is pretty cool, enough so you can put some tools inside while you're trying to steal some fruit. The front cannons also articulate on a ball joint, which is also very nice. As far as figures go, we get 2, which is, let's be honest, not enough. Jazwares, come on. This bad boy right here can hold so many stormtroopers. Why'd you only give me 2 stormtroopers, Jazwares? I need more stormtroopers, guys. You guys gotta start doing some army builder packs. We are at the point where with some of these vehicles, we truly need some army builder packs for these vehicles, because let's be honest, we don't have enough clone troopers. We definitely don't have enough stormtroopers for some of these vehicles. For the one, 2-man vehicles like Jedi Starfighters and such, TIE Fighters coming with 1 character, that's totally fine. That makes sense. That fits. But for a troop transport, I need a lot more than just 2 stormtroopers, or at least another way to buy more stormtroopers. Again, like an army builder pack like Micro Machines used to do. Although continue with this awesome posability, please. That way we can actually fill these things out, because we're getting more and more exciting vehicles and vehicle announcements from Micro Galaxy Squadrons, from Jazwares. And the biggest problem with the line right now is not enough figures to crew our vehicles. So maybe one of the things that Jazwares should start looking at doing, maybe around Series 4, Series 5, is start releasing army builder packs so that we can finish crewing out these vehicles, or at least filling out our dioramas with, because like I said, this isn't enough, and I like the quality of these figures significantly more than a lot of the ones we got from Micro Machines back in the day. Don't get me wrong, some of them are pretty good. Some of those army builder packs, especially for the sake of doing a diorama, are pretty cool because of the poses. But overall, when it comes to quality, Micro Galaxy is definitely a big improvement, and it should be. I mean, we're almost 30 years past the height of Micro Machines when it was doing Action Fleet, so there's no reason this shouldn't be significantly better, and so far it has been, I think. Of the two Stormtroopers we get, they're both actually different molds. One is molded with an E11 blaster in his hand, and the other one is just a regular Stormtrooper, no accessories. So you could use this guy as one of your pilots if you wanted to, even though it's not typically the Stormtroopers who are piloting these. It was at the beginning ATDP pilots, and in other cases just other drivers in regular Imperial jumpsuits or Imperial uniforms. So you take that, there's a pilot seat right there. And you put your Stormtrooper inside. There you go. He's ready to go drive. And then you can take your other Stormtrooper and put him in the side panel there, or any of the other side panels, or you can sit him down inside the troop bay on the inside. It'd be even better if they had bendable knees. I get it with the scale. That is incredibly tough. That is a tall ask. However, what they did to work around that is in the seats, there is a peg for their legs to fit around so that the friction of the peg in between their thighs will keep them in the seat, which is very nice. I mean, you'll notice I'm shaking this pretty good, and he isn't moving at all. So that's it. It works. It definitely works. Guys, thank you so much for tuning into today's review featuring the Micro Galaxy Squadron Imperial Troop Transport. And again, this is specifically the model that we see on screen in Star Wars Rebels. This is not the same model that we see in The Mandalorian. Again, you'll notice that the front is a lot more angular than the round, curved front of the one we see on screen in The Mandalorian. Once again, that one was, of course, based off of the original vintage toy. And while this one was based off of that, it was based off of a combination of that and, of course, concept art, which we saw on screen in Rebels. Very cool figure. I very much look forward to seeing the Mandalorian version as well, and the other version from Season 2 of The Mandalorian, like I mentioned earlier. What is a troop transport vehicle that you look forward to seeing in the Micro Galaxy Squadron line in the future? Me personally, the one I want to see the absolute most is an MTT. Although, with as little figures we tend to get with some of these troop transport-like vehicles, I'm a little worried if they did an MTT that there just wouldn't quite be enough battle droids for me personally. But again, name a vehicle you would like to see Micro Galaxy do at some point in the future. Stay tuned for more RebelScum.com video reviews. Stay tuned for more Micro Galaxy Squadron reviews. Like and subscribe, follow us on social media, and sign up for CollectorsOracle.com today so you can start managing your collection like a pro. We don't have any Micro Galaxy up on there yet. We're working on it. So stay tuned for more, sign up today, and we'll see you guys later. We'll see you another time. May the Force be with all of you, you Rebel Scum.